And that's July. 7 down, 5 more to go. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between, and yeah. Today I want to talk about what I have been up to in the month of July. But before I do that, feel free to follow me on my social media on Instagram and Twitter at CommanderNici, just like my channel name. And now let's get into the video. So, video games. I started replaying Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, and I'm about like 3/4 through the game. It's been really fun re-experiencing it, and I'm kinda not ready for some very emotional scenes that are about to take place very soon in my playthrough. I picked up playing Fall Guys again since the new season started, and it changed a lot since I last played it, but it's still fun. Still sometimes kind of frustrating, but definitely a fun game. I would go as far and say it's one of the best games that have ever been out on PlayStation Plus, even if it's just such a simple game. I replayed GTA 5 because I just wanted to, and I got my hands on Death Stranding for like 20 bucks, and that was a price that I was willing to pay for a game that I might end up not liking, but so far I'm enjoying it a lot. It's a brilliant game, and yes, it's a little weird, but I definitely have like to check out some criticism on it, because so far I don't understand how the receptions could be so mixed and so weird, because I think the game is fine. It's a piece of art, and not everybody has to understand art, and that's fine. Death Stranding is fun, at least to me. And yeah, so the movies that I've watched. Not necessarily a movie, but I watched finally Bo Burnham's Inside, and it was so good. So if you haven't checked it out yet for some reason, go do it. It's brilliant. Then I finally got around watching It, Chapter 2, and I figured out I think I don't have a huge problem with horror movies. At least not as huge as I always made it out to be. The problem that I always had were people being pissed at me when I was being jumpy at scare jumps, and that made me feel bad. And maybe that's why I always used to say, oh, I'm not into horror. But I am. I think it's such an interesting genre, and for example, listening to creepypastas, even though creepypasta is like such a broad term, I like to refer to them as short horror stories, because the usual thing that you would associate with creepypasta is like totally overhyped and cringy teenager stuff like Jeff the Killer or Tiki Toby or such things. But the stuff I listen to sometimes is pretty brilliant and cool. So yeah, turns out I am into horror movies. It's just the people that I used to hang out with that gave me a bad taste for my reactions when watching them. So I watched It, Chapter 2. I watched Split, and it was pretty cool. I watched Slenderman and I wish it would have been better, because as I said, the creepypasta universe is pretty big and there are some pretty interesting stories out there. So if the Slenderman movie would have been better, it would have been cool to see more creepypasta universe movies being made. And I watched Hotel Transylvania for the first time, and it was so adorable and fun, and like, yeah, I mean, it's a kids movie, but I don't care, and if you want some light entertainment, go check it out. Definite recommendation. And another thing, I watched Black Widow and it was so much fun. The movie was so cool. Black Widow finally got her solo movie. It's great. I can definitely recommend it. I thought it was worth the premium access, but if you're like only, I don't know, just wait. In like a month or so, or by the end of this next month, it will be free on Disney Plus, so go check it out then. Also, those were the movies I watched, and now to the TV shows. I watched Loki and it was fun. I did enjoy WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier a bit more still, but it was definitely fun. Sylvie is so cool, and then all the other stuff that happens is fun. So if you like Marvel and haven't checked out Loki yet, do that. I watched season 2 of Glow Up, and I'm usually not into makeup stuff, but Glow Up is so cool because it goes more into like art, and then like they work with like other stuff like film makeup to make wounds and stuff, and it's really fucking cool. So even if you're not into makeup, maybe go check out Glow Up. It's really cool. And I watched Princess Charming, the first worldwide lesbian dating show that's like basically The Bachelor, but it's amazing, and it was so much fun watching it, and they announced a season 2 and I can't wait for that, and I really hope for the world that the station that produced and aired it is willing to sell the rights to have like an American version of that, or I don't know, a Spanish version, or wherever shows like that have their own version, because it was so good and so much fun and so important for representation reasons, and I loved that. And last but not least, I almost finished reading Mass Effect Andromeda Initiation. It's a lot of fun, it's a good read. Maybe if the Andromeda game universe of Mass Effect is discontinued, maybe making them novels could be a good alternative, at least in my eyes. I like how the books are written, and I can especially recommend Annihilation, the novel that talks about what happened to the Quarian arc. But yeah, reading Initiation was really fun. So far I only have like 3 or 4 chapters left, and I can't wait to continue reading it. It's cool and fun, and yeah, so that was my month of July in entertainment consumption. Comment down below, what of those things have you played? What did you play, watch or read this month? Maybe leave down recommendations. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to follow me on my social media on Instagram and Twitter at CommanderNici, just like my channel name. And until I figured out what I can upload next, watch my other stuff. Bye.